Have you ever been in a situation where you needed to speak English and your mind just went completely blank? You know the words, you've practiced them in your head 100 times, but when the moment comes, your heart starts pounding, your palms get sweaty, and not a single word comes out. Or maybe you start to speak, but your voice is shaky and you're so worried about your accent or making a mistake that you just stop. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know you are not alone, and it's not your fault. This fear is something millions of English learners experience, but the good news is it's something you can overcome. And in this video, I will show you how, step by step. Part 1. Understanding your fear. Hey friends, welcome. Today, we're tackling a topic that is so important, something that holds so many talented people back, the fear of speaking English. We're going to talk about building real, lasting confidence, the kind of confidence that helps you speak with more ease and, most importantly, more joy. Many learners I've talked to don't just feel a little nervous, they feel a deep, genuine fear. They feel scared, shy, and sometimes completely stuck. It's like something inside them is screaming, "Don't speak. You'll make a mistake. People will laugh at you." Have you ever felt like that? It's okay. It's a very real feeling. So why do we feel this way? Why is it sometimes so hard to speak English even when we've been studying for years? Let's look at the most common reasons. The first and biggest one is the fear of making mistakes. You might think, what if I say the wrong word? What if my grammar is not correct? This fear of imperfection can be paralyzing. We want to be perfect, so instead of trying and possibly failing, we choose not to try at all. Another huge reason is the fear of being judged. What if people laugh at me? What if they think I sound silly? This is especially true when we think about our accent. You speak and you hear your own accent and you think, this is not how native speakers talk. Maybe my accent is bad. You feel a little embarrassed and think people will judge you for it. And then there's the fear of not being understood. What if they don't understand me? What if I have to repeat myself again and again? These thoughts can make you feel small and make you want to stay quiet. But here's the most important thing I can tell you today. All of these feelings, all of these thoughts are normal. They are very human, but they are just thoughts. They are not facts. Just because you feel scared does not mean you are in actual danger. Just because you think your accent is bad does not mean it is. These are stories we tell ourselves, and today we're going to learn how to write a new story. Part 2. The truth about confidence. So how do we fight these fears? The answer is confidence. But what is confidence, really? Confidence is not something you were born with. It doesn't just appear one day like magic. It's not something you wait for. Confidence is something you build. Think of confidence like a muscle in your body. If you never use a muscle, it stays weak. But if you use it every day, even just a little bit, it gets stronger. Confidence works exactly the same way. Every time you speak English, even one small sentence, you are training your confidence muscle. Every single time, it gets a little stronger. I've seen a lot of videos on this topic, and a while ago, I watched one called The Secret to English Fluency, and it really emphasized that fluency isn't about knowing a million words, it's about confidently using the words you already know. This is so true. Confidence doesn't come first. Action comes first. Speaking comes first. And confidence comes after. You don't feel confident so you speak and then you feel more confident. You feel more confident because you spoke, because you tried, because you said something, even if it was small. It's like building a house. You don't wait for the house to magically appear. You build it brick by brick. Confidence is the same. You create it one sentence at a time. Part 3. Practical steps to build unstoppable confidence. All right, Now that we understand what confidence is and isn't, let's talk about how we can build it with some real, practical strategies that actually work, even if you feel nervous or shy. Technique number 1, start small, but be consistent. You don't need to do big things to build confidence. In fact, small actions are better if you do them often and consistently. For example, your goal for this week could be just speaking English for 1 minute every day. You could describe your room, talk about your day, or read a paragraph from a book out loud. It doesn't matter what you say. What matters is that you do it every single day. Another idea is to think in English for 30 seconds. When you're walking, try to describe what you see, but only in your head. For example, I see a tall tree. The leaves are green. A blue car is driving by. These small actions feel small, but they are powerful because they build a routine. And routines help you feel more comfortable and safe. The more you speak or think in English, even just a little, the less scary it becomes. It feels more normal, like brushing your teeth. You don't think about it, you just do it. Technique number 2, change your relationship with mistakes. One of the biggest reasons people feel afraid is that they don't want to make a mistake. But let me tell you something important. Mistakes are not bad. They are a necessary part of the process. Think about babies when they learn to walk. Do they stand up and walk perfectly on the first try? Of course not. They fall down many times, but they get up again. It's the same with speaking English. You will make mistakes, and that's okay, because each mistake is a step forward. It shows you are trying. So don't try to be perfect. Try to learn from your mistakes, not fear them. When you make a mistake, don't say, "Oh, I'm so stupid." Instead, get curious. Ask, "Why was that wrong? What's the correct way to say it?" Every mistake is a learning opportunity. Mistakes mean you are trying. They mean you are growing. Technique number 3, stop waiting and start doing. Many learners say, "I will speak when I feel ready." But this, my friend, is a trap. If you wait for the perfect moment, you may wait forever. Real life isn't perfect, and real conversations are not perfect. You have to act before you feel ready. This is how you build confidence. Don't wait for it, create it. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. That's the place where everything feels easy and comfortable. But to learn, you need to step into your learning zone. This is where you feel a little unsure, a little afraid, but you are still trying. You are still moving forward. Part 4, the 3 confidence killers and how to beat them. Now, let's talk about the things that destroy confidence. These are the confidence killers. They make you feel small and want to stay quiet. But the good news is you can beat them. Confidence killer number 1, comparing yourself to others. This is a big one. You hear another person speak English and you think, "Wow, they speak so well. I'm not that good. Their English is better than mine. I will never be like them." This is called comparison, and it's very dangerous. Why? Because when you compare, you forget your own journey. You forget how far you have come. You don't know the other person's story. Maybe they've studied English for 10 years. Maybe they live in an English-speaking country. Your story is different. Your path is your own. So how do you beat it? Compare yourself to yourself. Ask, can I say more today than I could last month? Do I understand more this week than last week? Am I trying even when it's hard? If the answer is yes, then you are growing, and that's all that matters. Confidence killer number 2, negative self-talk. This is the little voice in your head that says bad things. You try to speak English and the voice says, "That was wrong, you sound stupid, you can't do this." This voice is not your friend. It lies. It tells you things that make you feel small. But here is the truth. Everyone has this voice sometimes. Even confident people, even native speakers. The problem is not the voice. The problem is believing it. So how do you beat it? Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a friend. We are kind to our friends. We are patient with them. When a friend makes a mistake, you don't say, "You're terrible." You say, "It's okay, you're learning." Do the same for yourself. Say things like, "It's okay to make mistakes. I'm learning every day. I'm doing my best." The more positive your words, the stronger your confidence becomes. Confidence killer number 3, speaking only in safe places. Many learners only speak English in class, or only when they feel 100% ready. They wait for the perfect time. But as we said, real life is not perfect. If you always stay in your comfort zone, you'll never grow. It's like staying in the shallow water and never learning how to swim. So how do you beat it? Try small, safe challenges outside your comfort zone. You don't have to give a 20-minute presentation. Just take one small risk every day. For example, say hello or thank you in English in a shop. Ask a simple question in an online group for English learners. Send a short voice message to a learning partner. With each small step you take, your confidence will grow stronger. I remember a fantastic video I saw on YouTube called "Stop Translating in Your Head and Start Thinking in English." It encouraged learners to take these small, daily risks to force their brain to adapt, and it's one of the best pieces of advice for breaking out of your comfort zone. So, let's remember the most important ideas from today. First, the fear you feel is normal, but it's based on thoughts, not facts. You have the power to change those thoughts. Second, confidence is not magic. It's a muscle you build through small, consistent actions. Don't wait for confidence. Create it by speaking even when it's hard. And finally, be kind to yourself. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Celebrate your small wins and be proud of your journey. You are building something beautiful, so protect it. Don't let comparison or negative thoughts stop you. Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Thank you so much for listening and for learning with me today. I'm Tom, and this is English Unleashed. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the English Glow channel for more videos to help you speak English with confidence and joy. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.